Evening, folks. Welcome back. It's John Pettipas. 10 minutes before 7 o'clock in the evening on Sunday evening, which is the 20th day of March 2022. The first day of spring 2022. Yesterday's Halifax Herald. 15 deaths, rising hospitalization. Dr. Bobby Strange reports. I don't know for the life of me where they're getting all these deaths at. I do know down in the southeastern United States, a lady's husband was murdered. 2 bullets and he was dead. And she happened to notice a couple of days later, it was reported in this southeastern United States city that her husband had succumbed to coronavirus. So 2 bullets, her poor husband was murdered, and they said it was corona. So these coronavirus-related deaths. Okay, we're supposed to be up to now. Here it says, Nova Scotia reports 15 more deaths linked to coronavirus. Linked. Notice the word linked to coronavirus. 19. And this weekly report on Friday. Deaths occurred between March 9th and 15th. No location ages provided. A total of 232 Nova Scotians have died during the pandemic. 120 since Omicron wave began on December 8th. And every day, or now they're doing it weekly, every couple of days, 2-3 coronavirus. My Aunt Hattie, she died, poor lady died young. She died 20 months before her 100th birthday. And I damn well know, even though the death certificate said failure to thrive, if she died now, it'd be coronavirus related. She died 20 months shy of her 100th birthday on the Saturday night, the 19th September 2009. Of course, the Chinese hadn't made the biological germ warfare yet. Now, this is all a bunch of bullshit. Now, what the real deaths are from coronavirus, I think of a dear friend who 1 month from today, on the 20th day of April, he would have been 100 years old. And he died of loneliness in a nursing home in Antigonish. No other way of putting it. And I know if a lady died in Inverness. I spoke to her on Sunday, on Christmas Saturday morning, the 25th of December, and I knew speaking on the phone, she wasn't long for this world. She was just distraught out of being moved out of her home. She lasted in that nursing home in Cape Breton Island a few weeks. Not even, I don't think she was there a full month. She certainly wasn't there 2 months, about a month and a half, roughly. Month and a half, and she was gone. Okay, and it's pretty sad to see people come so close to their 100th birthday that are otherwise good and vibrant and die. Now, I'm going to go on here. Sweating it out in another phase. We have a huge problem in Nova Scotia. Newfoundland and Nova Scotia have the 2 highest rates of deaths from heart. Okay, and we have a lot of overweight people. And this guy has a gym, and he says this is the Halifax Herald business pages yesterday, sweating it out. Gym owner looks forward to relaxed pandemic restrictions. Apparently gyms are busiest in January and February, and people can't get outside. And they have to be so many meters apart. Mother of God, the guy has a gym, and they're helping keep people in the state, and they come down on them like I don't know what. You think they were giving out opioids or something like that there. They take something deadly and dangerous. The real deaths from coronavirus aren't the people that are the so-called coronavirus deaths. The real deaths from coronavirus are fellas that are going to die of heart attacks because they didn't get in to get a test to find they had blockage in their heart and a bypass could have saved them. It's women that didn't get their mammograms, and by the time they get them, they find out the breast cancer has spread to the lymph nodes, which makes it much more difficult. And finally, I'm going to talk about a real epidemic. I'm in a community here that 1 in 3 houses smokes dope, grows dope, or sells dope. And the dope I refer to as marijuana. That is the real epidemic. And THCs in it, the THCs in the marijuana. If somebody said that, and nobody's more anti-smoking than John Pettipas, tobacco, marijuana, weed, pot, there's nobody that I know is more anti-smoking to John Pettipas. I can say that sincerely. And if somebody told me they're going to chain smoke tobacco, or they're going to smoke joints of marijuana, I'd say by all means, chain smoke tobacco. these strains of marijuana they have are so potent. The carcinogens in them, the stuff that causes the cancer, lung cancer, is so deadly. And we have a whole epidemic coming. We're going to have industry short of, you name it, a whole line of works. Okay, from smoking, lung cancer, in the earliest lung cancer, blah, 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 that we all know that the pancreatic cancer, they used to say if somebody had pancreatic cancer, you go to make me certain your affairs in order and your will's made and your last wishes are known. But lung cancer is extreme. It starts small, and I'm not in oncology. That said, I know enough from my reading that lung cancer starts small, and by the time it's detected, lung cancer is a very nasty cancer. No, it's not pancreas cancer, but it's an extremely nasty cancer, and it's hellish hard to cure once you got it. There are people who survive it, but it's hellish hard to cure. Maybe to take out your lung or part of your lung or give you radiation, chemotherapy, or operate a combination thereof. Okay, they think, but it's a very difficult. So the real epidemic is this marijuana. We are facing an epidemic of lung cancer. I'm going to repeat it for a third time. We are facing an epidemic of terminal lung cancer. We're going to have a whole number of people in their 40s and 50s dying. You start smoking pot as a teenager, and this area, it's usually people in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We hardly have any young people, so it's not young people smoking the drugs. Right? 50s, 60s, and 70s. Okay? We're on the verge of having an epidemic. In the coming years, we'll have an epidemic of terminal lung cancer. And I keep going on about coronavirus. And they isolate old people in nursing homes. They die of loneliness. And they shut down the card plays and the bingos. I don't play cards. I don't play bingo, but a lot of older people and middle-aged people like to get out and do it. They come down like a hammer on people. I know 3 different people have gyms. Just when I read about somebody else I know and somebody else I met at a rally one day. And so it's been brutal for them. So it's quite ironic. They brutalize gym owners. They let old people die of loneliness because they're so isolated in these homes. And yet you have a prime minister, one Justin Trudeau, which I refer to as the curly-headed pot pusher, pushing marijuana. Every place, Nova Scotia Commission, opening up more weed, pot, ganji, whatever you want to call it, shops. We are facing, friends, and you can record this and you can count on what I've said, we are facing in the coming years an epidemic of terminal lung cancer. With that, I got to go. It's not a pleasant subject. All the best. God bless. And if you're smoking dope now, look for help to quit. I got to go. All the best. God bless.